5 states have passed this resolution: Pennsylvania, Illinois, Colorado, Maine, and Delaware. And most recently, Minnesota did. And I just wanted to share the comments that were said by 2 senators, because it was passed on their Senate floor. Senator Dan Hall said, "This resolution goes to the core of our society." Well, this goes to the freedom of religion that we have in America. And it's not just America that we care about. It's really the world that we care about. Falun Gong practitioners have been persecuted. Their body parts have been taken from them to give and sell to others, some of them from America. Senator Alice Johnson, now mind you, these are Republicans and Democrats alike. She is the chief author of the resolution and a Democrat. And on the floor, she said, "The exposure of the crime of forced organ harvesting is an important step in ending the abuse. When you shine a light on it, it's hard to do it. When you turn a blind eye to genocide, you can anticipate it continuing to go." Now, I know that some members have heard the story that I recognized the Falun Gong on their anniversary when I was first in the Assembly. And I received a letter from the Chinese consulate calling me a terrorist and saying that I was banned from China, and that if I showed up in China, I would be arrested. Members, that was a decade ago. In that time, other states have stepped up and they have recognized the abuses in China. At the same time, our Congress last year recognized the abuses with House Resolution 343. And you know that I read to you earlier the 17 Democrat congressional co-authors from California. But I neglected to share with you that every member of Congress voted for it, every member. And the last I checked, they still travel to China. None of them have been arrested. These states, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Colorado, Maine, Delaware, and Minnesota, all have delegations that go to China, and not any of them have been arrested. So if you're holding back on doing the right thing and speaking out against genocide, and if you're holding my resolution and rules or not allowing this resolution to be heard on this floor in this amendment, I want to reassure you that if you travel to China, you will do so safely. They're not going to arrest you. The letter that they sent you, the 3-page letter that they sent you that put the chill on this floor, that pulled my resolution back to Rules Committee, said it would hurt the trade. It didn't say that they would arrest you or incarcerate you. So don't be intimidated by the Chinese Communist government. Above me and around the corner are the faces of torture victims at the hands of the Chinese Communist government. Those people have gone through all the abuses, and they're Californians. They're here, they came here because we're a nation that respects all religions. We just got done with a resolution that really focused on why we're such a great nation, and we all voted for it. And yet all those people are here because they had political asylum, because they were on a list to have their organs harvested, and they were tortured. Members, let's pull together on this. If you are so scared of a 3-page letter from the Chinese government, if they have such a vice grip, I hope that I'm allaying those fears and that you'll continue to be able to travel to China, because these other states, while outspoken, have all traveled there safely and returned safely. And all our congressmen and women that go over there have all returned safely. Let's not use that as an excuse for turning a blind eye to atrocities. Now, my resolution, this resolution, isn't nearly as powerful as what these states have passed. And I had a much more powerful one, but the chair of Judiciary was kind enough to rewrite the entire bill to make it more palatable. And I accepted that because I knew that it was more important that we were united against genocide. We were united against atrocities against man. And I wanted not to exclude and not to polarize it and make it a Republican-Democrat issue. I wanted it to pull us together. And in the last week of the legislature, we've been known to fight an awful lot. Fight about regulation, fight about taxes, fight about the direction of our country. But we've never fought before about citing those who are persecuted, those marginalized communities that have nobody that steps up for them. When I look up in the gallery and I look at the eyes of those who have been tortured, and I think about what our country means, if we can't stand against torture and abuse and atrocities, if we can't be part of the solution instead of part of the problem, we failed and we've lost our way. So I get it. If you still fear the vice grip that China has in those 3-page letters they sent to each and every one of us, I get it. You need more time. You need more time to process it. I certainly understand. But just remember, there are consequences. They have relatives still in China who are having their organs harvested. They still have relatives in China who are being persecuted and tortured, and atrocities are inflicted on them because all they want to do is meditate on 3 principles: truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. I don't think that's a horrible thing, and I think that we should stand with our brothers and sisters against atrocities. So with that, I ask that you please not table this, that you give it a chance. And later, if this is tabled and I withdraw the motion to the floor, that you vote for it to allow it to be heard. Members, it was such a beautiful moment when we came together to talk about the atrocities of the Nazi Party. It was beautiful because not what horrible things they did, but how we as a people came together. Party partisanness put aside, and we were all here because we felt deeply and strongly that nobody should go through those atrocities. Let's not allow these people who are sitting in the gallery to continue to go through those atrocities. Thank you.